Hi, how's it going? Welcome to another DashKickers video. In this one we're talking go-karting. So in the last video mentioned that me and Carl are going to do the 300 endurance race at Whilton Mill, which is a 300 lap endurance race at a fairly serious outdoor karting circuit, and also mentioned about our general lack of experience and knowing what we're doing when it comes to karting. So we decided to get some practice, get some seat time before we turn up, so we're not completely, well, we're going to be out of our depth, let's face it, but at least have a bit of practice in advance. So we did a bit of research, did a bit of digging. We were trying to find a kart track fairly local to us, so we're West Midlands based. We wanted to find somewhere that was close, we could get to easy, potentially after work. Had a decent track, decent looking ish karts. But didn't cost a fortune, so looked at lots of websites, looked at lots of options, and come across TeamSport Birmingham, which looked quite fun, to be fair. So it's multi-level, karts look okay, and it looked decent value for money, so we thought, yeah, why not, let's go and give it a go. So we saw they do a 3 for 2 on a Friday night, and thought, okay, let's go and have a look at that and see what it's about. So this video is about that experience and how we found it. It was interesting, to say the least. I try and say this without sounding big-headed, or because I'm nobody driving god, I'm no expert. I'm pretty bad, to be honest. We're just in it for a laugh. But we turned up, so there's Carl and me, and then we went into the briefing room, and there's probably about 12 other people who are obviously all in the same group, and it was fairly obvious that a lot of them hadn't karted before or had no experience in this sort of thing. There was probably like 13, 14-year-old, a few of them, up to, I don't know, late 20s, early 30s. So a decent spread, but yeah, you got the impression that it was going to be an interesting evening on track. And yeah, it was. So yeah, I'll show you the video, show you some highlights and some lowlights to see the sort of things that we was up against. So this first section is just sort of trying to show the differential in speed that we were coming up against. Like I said, me and Carl, we're not quick, we're far from it, but we were made to look like bloody lightning compared to some of these people, and it made it quite challenging when you were coming around corners and all of a sudden there was someone there, or someone was like driving at 30% pace. It's yeah, it was challenging. So yeah, this first clip is sort of showing that, and we'll sort of work through some of the other bits as well. So around here I get absolutely clattered, and then the yellow flag gets shown and someone decides it doesn't apply to them, and then randomly crashes into the barrier. This was a bit of a strange one, as Carl was coming round and people got released from the pit right in front of him. So those are some of the challenges, just some of them that I've pulled out of the video, but it wasn't all one-sided. I drove like a plank, to be honest. Carl's Carl was fine. He's Mr. Consistent. I was just getting too hot-headed and driving like a bit of a tool at times. So here's a compilation of some of my interesting cock-ups, shall we say. Oh dear. Let's see that again from Carl's angle. Do you think I'd learnt my lesson by this point? Yeah, me neither. So after being a massive plank again, I finally get pushed back in by the marshal, and I try to be too nice and let the marshal come back up the hill, only to realise then I haven't got the speed to get up the hill myself. I mean, what a tool. Sorry. So with all that out of the way, it wasn't all bad. It was, I'd say it was an interesting session, but we did get to have a couple of moments where we got to do some overtakes and actually got to drive. So here's like a selection of some of those bits and a couple of sort of quick, well, not quick laps by sort of, decent standards, but some laps that we got to get in where it's fairly clear. So yeah, enjoy.
So here's 2 of my laps where there wasn't actually a yellow flag.
So there you go. That was our Friday night adventure at TeamSport in Birmingham. Would I go again? Would we go again, I suppose, is the question. Well, yes, because I've signed up to a membership. So I'm going to try a members night, because after doing a bit of research and speaking to some of the staff there, we're saying the members night's obviously a much higher standard. I'm sure I will be the slowest one there, and I'm sure I'll be absolutely ridiculous. But I feel like it'll be a challenge, and I can try and learn off people that actually know what they're doing. So I've already signed up to a members night. I'm going to go and give it a go and see how I get on, and that'll be in the next video. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, and if you haven't already, subscribe and like. You know, help the channel grow, and we'll keep putting some more of these videos out. See you in the next one.